Well, the host nation now has 2 gold medals, and the second may rank as one of these games' most memorable moments. Tiago Braz da Silva scooped the prize and became the first man in Olympic history to jump over 6 metres. Earlier, I spoke to Will Downing, a sports commentator who saw the action unfold live.
It was absolutely magnificent, completely unexpected as well. He hadn't won a major championship medal previously on a global scale, but he had won a couple of events, mainly in Germany over the past 12 months. Now, the event was held up early on due to very heavy rain, so it meant that we were only reaching the climax around midnight. All the track action had been done for something like 45 minutes. The fact there was still a Brazilian involved meant there was still a large crowd left at the Olympic Stadium, still a huge amount of interest, and as the competition wore on, it obviously looked as if Tiago Braz da Silva was going to end up claiming more and more. At first, top 6, that would have been very good, very respectable for him. And then the crowd got even more animated because it looked as if he was going to get a medal. And then the colour of that medal changed pretty much attempt by attempt.
Now, the man who was defending champion, Renaud Lavillenie, he was booed by the crowd. Is that, against the Olympic spirit, do you think, or was it just a case of hometown fervour because they haven't had anyone compete so well in this competition?
Combination of quite a few things. It is hometown fervour. It does seem to be a bit of a Brazilian thing. I was at tennis earlier in the week and there was an awful lot of booing. It was Brazil against Uruguay, and certainly when Brazilians have been with the chance of claiming medals, the opponents have been getting a very hot time. But you see it a lot in football here as well. It's something that I don't think we've seen in the Olympics, certainly not in living memory, and certainly it hasn't gone down very well outside of Brazil, but it does come across to me as being very much a Brazilian thing.
Now, I know Da Silva obviously won the gold, Lavillenie won the silver, Kendricks winning the bronze, but a man we have to mention, the world champion Shaun Barber, he finished in 10th position. Do you think that was a combination of the fact with the weather conditions and the bar adjustment issues that he finished so far down the pecking order?
Well, if you like, Shaun Barber was a bit of a surprise gold medalist himself in Beijing last year. He hasn't really been able to get consistency together indoor and outdoor so far this season. He's had a lot more attention on him as well, the Canadian being now the world champion. Conditions, has to be remembered, very, very wet. It ended up being a very long competition last night, ran for something like 4 hours, was delayed for 40 minutes right at the start, and it was in pretty much the first round, the first height at 5 metres 50. So what was done was that the competition was delayed, and then they basically started from scratch. Everybody's previous attempts before the delay were scrapped. So perhaps that affected Barber a little bit. Maybe his form this year wasn't what it should have been. And the fact as well that he's now up there to be shot at instead of one of those in the pack like Tiago da Silva trying to leap up and claim a major medal. He's now one of the elites and one of those